Hello and welcome. This is the Gshock GM-2110 and I'm going to show you how to set the time and date on this watch. So let's get started. From the standard timekeeping mode, and that is the mode when the watch tells the time, press and hold the upper left button until you hear the beep. So let's go, press and hold, and there it is. First in a row of settings is setting our home city. Currently it says Cairo, but my time zone is Paris time zone. I'm going to shuffle to Paris time zone by pressing the upper or lower right button. So let's go, pressing these two buttons, I get to my Paris time zone. There it is. Next up, I'm going to press the mode button and we move on to setting our daylight saving time mode. You can shuffle it between on or off by pressing the lower right button. Currently in my time zone, it's turned off. I'm gonna press the mode button once again and we move on to setting our time format. Currently it is flashing 12, but I can shuffle it by pressing the lower right button between 12 or 24 hour time format. I'm gonna leave it at 24-hour time format. We move on by pressing the mode button and the next setting is setting our seconds value. You cannot set the exact value of seconds, but what you can do is reset them to 0 simply by pressing the lower right button. Once we have set our seconds, I'm gonna press the mode button again, and we move on to setting our hour value. Currently, in my time zone, it is midnight, so I'm gonna leave it at midnight, but you can shuffle it or increase it or decrease it by pressing the upper or lower right button. We have set our hour value. I'm gonna press the mode button again and we move on to setting our hour value. In my time zone, it is 8 minutes past midnight, so I can shuffle it by pressing the upper right or lower right button until I get it to the exact time. There it is. I have set my minutes value. Again, press the mode button to move to next setting, and 2024 is flashing, so the year is 2024, but you can increase it or decrease it by pressing the upper or lower right button. I'm gonna set it again to 24, but you get the point. Once I've set my year value, again I'm going to press the mode button, and now I'm setting my month value. Again, you can decrease it by pressing the upper right button or increase it by pressing the lower right button until you get it to the corresponding number. In this case, number 12 corresponds to month of December. We move on again by pressing the mode button, and number 15 is flashing. It is correct, but I can again decrease it by pressing the upper right button or increase it by pressing the lower right button until I get it to the day value that I wanted. We move on by pressing the mode button, and the next setting is setting our button operation tone. Button operation tone is turned on when it says a key on this digital display. You can turn it off by pressing the lower right button, and it says it's muted. Also, it's indicated over here on this lower subdial. So by pressing the start button, you are muting or unmuting your watch. I'm gonna leave it at on. Next up, press the mode button again, and now we are setting our illumination duration. What it is? Well, number 1 currently stands that when I press the light button, watch face will stay lit on for 1.5 seconds. When I press the start button, it will say 3, which indicates that when I press the light button to illuminate my screen, watch face will stay lit on for 3 seconds. By pressing the start button, you are prolonging or shortening your illumination duration. I'm going to leave it at 1. Next up, once we have set our illumination duration, we move on to our mode button, and by pressing it again, we see that we have came back to the home series setting, which means that we have ran through the cycle of setting our time and date on this watch. To implement the settings, simply press the upper left button, and the watch has now implemented all of those settings, and our analog hands or analog time should correspond to our digital time over here. It is correct, but in case the hands don't match your digital time, there will be a video on my channel on how to set it. This would be all regarding this video on how to set the digital time and date. Thank you very much for watching, and if you are into watch related content, please subscribe. So thank you.